You had no authority. None. Mexico City. What were you doing there?
I was taking some overdue holiday.
How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be reviewing the new James Bond movie, Spectre, directed by Sam Mendes, and Daniel Craig is back in the role in a sequel to the much acclaimed Skyfall. Now, going into this, I saw the 65% or so on Rotten Tomatoes. I've heard it's not really as good, but it's better than Quantum. And going to that, maybe it lowered my expectations, but I came out of this and I love this movie. For whatever reason, maybe the film probably isn't as great as I enjoyed it, but I just had such a fun time in the theater throughout this whole movie. Now, Spectre kind of deals with the fallout of Skyfall, where they kind of want to cancel the 007 program. It's very similar to Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, but with that said, you got to kind of look at this as its own movie and don't compare it to that. And if you do that, it didn't bug me. I tried to keep that out of it, and I think I did because I really enjoyed it. Now, I guess one of the main questions asked is okay, well, was it as good or was it better than Skyfall or Casino Royale? What I will say is I liked Skyfall more. I did like Skyfall more, but I think I enjoyed this one more than Casino Royale. Casino Royale is the better movie. It's probably the best of the Daniel Craig Bond movies, but enjoyment-wise, this one exceeds that. I thought the movie was well paced from beginning to end. You have the slow piece. You open up with it was filmed great as well. You open up with this great tracking shot for about 2 minutes, where it's one continuous shot and it looks amazing. Sam Mendes does a great job with that. But after that, the pacing is great because you have action set piece and it slows down for a little bit, then action set piece and it slows down for a little bit. And I thought it was well paced throughout the movie. Batista does a great job as kind of this menacing figure. He doesn't really say. He has one word in the entire movie. He said that on Jimmy Kimmel, and I was like, I wonder what word it's going to be. Is it Bond, or what is it going to be? Is it? But yeah, he says one word, and I thought he did a good job. There's one particular fight scene on a train that was fantastic. Now, I guess some people's complaints of the movie has been how Christoph Waltz actually wasn't really in the movie as much as I'd hoped for, or other people have hoped for. And sure, I will say I would have liked to seen him more. But when he was on the screen, I loved every second of it. He's such a great actor. He does such a phenomenal job. And Christoph Waltz is, again, one of the best actors working today. Also, another person who was in this movie, he plays the villain on Sherlock. And he kind of comes in, and he's kind of the guy who doesn't want the MI6 to operate anymore, and they want everything to be one combined entity. And just from the beginning, I'm like, this guy's kind of going to be the asshole. No one's going to really like this guy. I just have a feeling he's trying to ruin MI6 basically and kind of disband them. So he kind of plays that role, and I'm just like, I just knew, just because of his role on Sherlock. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a great show. If you have not seen Sherlock, go watch that. Also, Lea Seydoux, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name, but she was great as the Bond girl. Q was great. M was great. Acting across the board was good. My only real complaint is it flips back between the MI6 problem and then what Bond's doing. And I didn't really I wasn't as interested in the MI6 stuff as I was the Bond stuff, but I needed to be told. So, with that said, I just didn't enjoy it as much, but other than that, I love this movie start to finish. People said there's nothing new to the Bond franchise, and I haven't really watched all the Bond movies. I've mainly just watched the Daniel Craig ones and a couple other ones here and there. So for that, coming in, maybe I don't have all those past movies to compare it to, but for what it's worth, I love this movie. So with that all said, again, the story, it wasn't anything super oh my god, I didn't see that coming. And paired with all the other stuff that I can see other people knocking, I give the movie rating a 7.5 out of 10. But I give my enjoyment of the movie a 9.5 out of 10. I enjoyed this thing from beginning to end. Like I said, it was well paced. It was 2.5 hours. It did not feel like 2.5 hours. I checked my watch or whatever, near the end of the movie. I'm like, oh, it's and I didn't know if it was going to be the end of the movie because it flew by, and it was already 2 hours into the movie. I was like, oh, jeez, I did not realize we were that far into this movie. So yeah, it flies by, and yeah, I loved it. So let me know if you guys are looking forward to Spectre, or if you've seen it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos each and every week. And that is it, and I will talk to you all later.